Ladies and gentlemen, yes, this is your favorite show, Sports Unfolded, with your favorite hosts, Eric and Ron.
Hey, sports fans! Welcome to the best sports podcast on the planet, Sports Unfolded, where we cover all of the top sports stories that have happened this past week. I am your host, Eric. Main man right over there, Ron. How are you tonight?
It's been an interesting day.
It's been an interesting day.
Yes.
All right. You see the aliens? You get that information? I mean, now that we know the UFOs are real.
Well, I knew that a long time ago.
You had that inside information. That's the information you get here at Sports Unfolded. We hope you join us live, join the chat. Let us know Manny, thank you for joining already. If you have a topic you want to cover, you want to just get involved in the conversation, please just join the chat. Let us know. But before we get started, Ron, I'd love for you to thank those that helped continue to let Sports Unfolded grow and be heard in many different places. Let's start with our good friends in Providence, Rhode Island.
Sure, Eric. As soon as the graphics come up. Tonight's show is brought to you by Sprout Co-working. For all your co-working needs, large or small, visit sproutcoworking.com.
Also, we want to thank our good friends in Dallas, Georgia, 99.1 WDJY FM. We appreciate the support and putting us on every Saturday at 1 p.m., as well as our friends here in Southeast Connecticut, S6E19 Public Access Channel 12. Thank you for putting us on every Tuesday night at 10 p.m. We appreciate the support. If you're watching or listening on those platforms, please join us every Friday night at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the best sports podcast on the planet, and get involved in the show because we love to hear from you. So, Ron, I always start off with something off the kilt, nothing to do with sports. So I got a quick question for you because you're a movie guy. You watch a lot. So I went and I recently saw this weekend The Devil Wears Prada 2.
Why?
My wife, you got to appease the other half sometimes. And, let me ask you, how long should it be before you have a sequel? Like, I feel like 20 years is way too long. It's been 20 years since that movie came out.
Yeah, and because they can't create anything new, they have to rehash something that probably shouldn't have been made into a sequel.
Right, and it's just like, because you forget half of the storylines, the characters. I was like, they're bringing stuff up, and I'm like, I told my wife, I said, we probably should have watched the first one again, but I didn't realize it was that long since the original had come out. 20 years. That's just too long. Too long or not long enough? Wow. Tell us how you really feel, Ron. If anybody out there,
was it a good movie?
Happy Gilmore. Happy Gilmore wasn't 20 years. Was it 20 years between Happy Gilmores?
Yes.
Because I would even say that you lost it. Like, obviously, Shooter McGavin, like, there were certain characters that just stuck out. But then you had to remember some of the other characters that they brought back, or, that.
Sure.
I don't know. That's my opinion.
Well, I remember the characters from Happy Gilmore. Devil Wears Prada, however, I could care less.
Yeah. Well, you're not a real sensitive guy. That's the problem, Ron.
I'm plenty sensitive.
We've got to get you to be more sensitive. Tonight's the night that it happens.
Sure it is.
All right, Ron, let's talk some sports. Let's have some fun tonight.
Oh, is that what we're here for?
That's kind of what we do, I think.
You still didn't tell me if you liked the movie or not.
It was okay. It wasn't great.
No, that means good. You didn't. You're saying okay because your wife was there with you and you have to have it.
No. Okay. I would say this. Would I go and see it again? No. It
wasn't good.
It's a good watch, but it's not something that I would sit back and go, holy cow, I'd want to see it again. That's just me. That's just me. All right, Ron, we're going to talk, and we're going to start off with our leadoff story. The NBA playoffs are in the round 2. So we're going to discuss each matchup, just kind of talk about what we've seen so far in these matchups. That's my graphic guy. All right.
It's not working right.
All right. So the first matchup, game 2 was last night. Pistons versus the Cavaliers. Detroit up 2-0 in the series, Ron.
Yeah, Cleveland's getting pissed on.
Oh, wow. I like that.
Might as well start it out with
that. There's that sensitivity classes that we were talking about right from the beginning. Yeah.
Showing you how sensitive I am.
Yeah, really. I will say, listen, Detroit woke up. They were down 3-1 to Orlando. It looked like they were over, like they're not getting out of the first round. And all of a sudden they won 5 straight, and they looked dominant in those 5 games. It's not like they, buzzer beater and they just kept clinging on to a victory. So I will say this, Ron. The curse of James Harden. Are we ready to say it's still a real thing?
Oh, did you see his wonderful game?
Oh, Captain Turnover?
He had what? He had 3 baskets made in the game, and he had more turnovers than that. So, I mean, it's starting. It's crumbling right before.
We're getting there. We're getting there. Yeah, I hope Danny does join, Annie, because, we'll be talking about those Lakers in a little bit as well. Is Donovan Mitchell enough to try to get the Cavs back into the series? So obviously he moves back to Cleveland, Ron. Do we think he can steal a game or two? We know he's talented enough to put up 40, 50 points in a game. But would that be enough to really defeat the Pistons?
I'm not sure it will be. I mean, if you don't have Harden playing like his regular season kind of games, you're out of luck.
Yeah,
that's not what you're going to get, because you can see his game deteriorate, with each progression of a series. And that was eye-opening. Game 2 was just awful for him.
100%. I think, listen, it's probably more mental than anything else at this point, that he just thinks about it more, and I think he tries to overachieve. And listen, just play a game, and it's kind of crazy. Now listen, Kate Cunningham playing at an MVP level. Like, I think this kid has completely proven that he is legitimate in this league and will be there for years.
He's on another level right now. I mean, averaging 30 points a game. I mean, that's craziness.
Yeah,
he's just putting it all together, and he's carrying the load.
Yeah, I really enjoy him and watching his game.
See, now that's a franchise that I can understand. When it's crunch time, you want your best player to play in the game. Whether he has, a sore knee or not, he plays.
Wow.
Just saying. Just saying.
Yeah. The other Eastern Conference matchup, Knicks versus the 76ers. Knicks up 2-0 in this series. This series is over in my eyes, Ron. Like, I just don't see
already. Yeah.
Honestly, this is gonna sound like a homer, but I don't think the Sixers deserve to be there, because I don't think they were the better team in the last series they played.
No.
They got there, right? Which is, again, that's why you play the games. But Embiid's health again. Here we go. He missed game 2, questionable for game 3. There's a lot of pieces here for the Sixers that have to go right for them to beat the Knicks. And I will say the Knicks are playing at another level. They blew out the Hawks in game 4. No, game 5, right? It was 5, 6. What did they go with the Hawks? 6? Whatever it was. It was 50, over 50-point blowout. And now they're just tearing up the 76ers. Is the Knicks the team to beat in the East, Ron?
No. I think it's still Detroit.
You still think Detroit has it? The two face each other?
Yeah. Yeah. Look, I mean, you look at Karl Anthony Towns, for instance. He's a guy that can dominate, a game. but at the same time, he gets into foul trouble for stupid fouls. He doesn't have to foul, but he does because he's trying to, especially when he doesn't have the ball, right? When he doesn't have to have the ball, he doesn't know what to do with his hands. So he's always pushing off or something, and he gets called for those a lot. And that puts him in foul trouble because now when he tries to drive, all you have to do is just stand there and he's going to run right into you and he's going to get the foul because that's what he does. So those 1 or 2 times in a game where he's pushing off because he's just trying to get open, he gets into foul trouble because of that. And, when Embiid is in the game, that puts him under a lot more pressure. But with him out of the game, it's a free for all, down the lane for the Knicks. And I don't think the Knicks can stop. I mean, I don't think the Sixers can stop them. But I believe that Anunoby is going to be out, and that is going to free up Paul George.
Yeah, that's a big piece. And again, last year, same thing with Anunoby. Ends up getting hurt in the Eastern Conference Finals, and here's a guy that you can see when he's out. To your point, the defensive pressure changes. He's usually on one of the top offensive guys, and Paul George, in all honesty, has looked like playoff P again. Like he just seems like he's been able to find a rhythm. That series, though, to me, I think it's all going to be boiled down to health. Embiid's health's critical to the Sixers even having a chance. And if he's not out, I will say this though too: the strategy they used against Boston, where you could go down low, those bigs don't match up like Karl Anthony Towns. The Sixers are going to have to find a way to utilize their guards and some of their small forwards and try to use that to their advantage, because you're not going to have the big man to do the same thing in this series.
And countering the lack of Embiid, you're going to have Karl Anthony Towns and also Josh Hart, who is a big factor in this series because if the Knicks don't shoot as well as they have, I believe they're like 57%, somewhere around there in the series so far. Hart is going to clean up the boards. He's been playing insane on the boards, in the postseason so far. I believe he's averaging like 10 a game. And, when you put him in and what's the Robinson and
Mitchell Robinson,
I mean, you're going to dominate the boards without Embiid in there. And I think Philadelphia could easily be swept.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think they will get swept. Let's move to the West. You got the Timberwolves versus the Spurs. The series is tied 1-1. Only series tied right now in the NBA playoffs. Anthony Edwards' health, obviously still a concern. I know he's limited minutes. A lot of complaining about some of the calls going for the Spurs here. Wembanyama, some of the blocks. There was a lot of questions on were they legitimate blocks, some goaltending. What are you looking for in this series? Because this seems like this is going to be the most interesting series of the 4 matchups.
Look, they stole game 1, and game 2, they got run out of the building.
Yeah.
And Wembanyama only had 19 points. If he plays even better in game 3, just count it for San Antonio. I mean, I don't think that Minnesota can withstand the constant pressure of what San Antonio can do. I mean, at any point, somebody could get hot. And, you got Fox, you got Castle, you got Wemby. You got a lot of tools to use. And, I commend Minnesota how they played against Denver. But it's a little different. A
lot faster, the Spurs, right? They move, they go. Kurt, thanks for joining us. I will say this. I think the Spurs' success really is going to depend on Wembanyama and his ability to understand when he's not shooting the ball well outside. Use your 7'4" frame, get down low. There's nobody in this league that can compete with his size and what he's able to do.
No.
But he'll get 3 happy, and that's why Minnesota took game 1, because he wasn't making them from the outside, but he continued to take them.
You got to force the issue down low. And you can put Gobert out of the game early by just forcing it to Wembanyama early, and then he's going to have to contend with that, and he's probably going to pick up quick fouls and have to sit, and then it's free reign.
That's how I would approach it. Again, Anthony Edwards' health is going to be critical. If Minnesota can not have him kind of amp up his minutes and be a factor in this. He wasn't a factor in game 2.
No.
He has to. Listen, yes, they got by the Nuggets. But I will say the Nuggets are really a 2-man team. The Spurs are a 4 to 5-man, very deep. Yeah, I'm picking the Spurs to go to the finals. I think they could beat the Thunder in the next round as well. But again, that's why they play the games. In Minnesota, we keep sleeping on them.
Why we play the game,
right? But there's literally the last 2 seasons, everybody seems to forget that the T-Wolves were in the Western Conference Finals.
Yeah, they're no slouch. Let me tell you, they've impressed me. Randall, what a player he is! Wow, I love that. I love that deal for them.
Yeah, it was a good move for them.
It was fantastic because he's the leader, really. I think the rest of the team feeds off of him.
Yeah, and you still got the veteran Mike Conley. He's been around forever. You know what I mean? So I like the build of the Timberwolves, but that health of Anthony Edwards is going to be crucial. All right.
Absolutely.
Western Conference, last matchup here, the Lakers versus the Thunder. OKC up 2-0. I mean, they are a sleeper team. They really are, Kurt. Again, it's just a shame when you don't have, your star player at 100%. And sometimes, like, we see these teams and we watch them all year long, and we're like, all right, this team could do it. And then that player goes, down in the postseason, and it's like, wow, that poor team, like, you don't realize
it changes everything.
Yeah,
I mean, look what it did to Indiana last year.
They would have won the finals.
Yeah.
I truly think they would have won the finals. So Lakers versus Thunder, Ron. OKC up 2-0. Neither game really close. Again, we talk about injuries. Here's another team. Luka Doncic does not look like he'll be back for this series. And even if he returned, I don't know how much that would help. Starting to really get into the mindset of the Lakers feel like the refs are siding with the Thunder. Your opinion on that? Is it really more that, or is it more about the talent on the Thunder squad?
I think it's more about the talent. Look, I'm not gonna say that they don't miss calls, and this goes with our later topic as well. But and I think when LeBron got fouled and they didn't call it, I actually don't feel bad for him, because he's gotten so many where he's flopped, and we've seen it. It's very, very noticeable at times, but they didn't call it, and LeBron had a reaction, of course. I think it's frustration with LeBron.
Yeah, well, again, 41 years old, you're trying to carry a team.
He's carrying this team.
Yeah.
He's carrying it. Like,
Kurt, Thunder in 4.
Good.
I'm pretty. That's probably a pretty safe bet. I don't think the Lakers have the opportunity to even steal one. Just cannot match up with the size. You know what I mean? Holmgren is just, that guy's a beast too. We saw Hartenstein yesterday just be able to dominate
everybody. The roster is just.
I will say this. I do agree with the SGA gets way too many calls.
Yes, he does. He does.
And I think I saw it was somebody doing shotguns of beer. And what they would do is every time SGA shot a free throw, and that poor man about 25 beers. He was feeling it by the time the game ended, because that's SGA's
I don't know
game.
if he was feeling it by the time the game ended. He was feeling it by halftime, and then he was out cold at the fourth quarter.
Yeah, he was chugging away. Yeah, listen, they are loaded. It's going to be tough, but I do think the Spurs match up really well, and the Spurs played them extremely well in the regular season. I want to see that matchup. Like, I think we deserve that matchup.
We're going to see that matchup. I mean,
So,
we're going to see it.
The West will be fun. I think the East is pretty much settled. I think, listen, the Knicks could make a run, but we know the Knicks' history. And I think the Pistons and Cade Cunningham have figured something out. So that series, I don't think the East is as exciting as the West. If that's my opinion.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right. So
I mean, I like the fact that we're probably going to see that OKC San Antonio, which is what everybody wanted to see. You know, I don't know who. You know, I picked OKC to win, but I would not be surprised if San Antonio does.
Yeah, SGA is getting a call. LeBron was the guy right now. You're talking about 41 years old. He is, Kurt, to your point, the guy that was getting all the calls. Now it's SGA. It's just, I don't know, this brand of basketball nowadays. Listen, maybe because I'm getting older. Ron, you're up there as well. What we used to see in the 70s. Talk to me again. I will say the big man's not a factor like it used to be back in the 70s, 80s, even the 90s. You still had that presence. Michael Jordan takes over the league for, you know, the early 90s. But it was a different game. It was think about the Showtime Lakers. I talked about this at work the other day. Think about the Showtime Lakers, and these kids don't even know what it was like to watch Magic Johnson make passes, and this team just running left and right. Now it's run, stop at the three, kick it out. Even though you have the layup, like it's a guaranteed layup.
Yeah,
our preferred method is to kick it out to the wing there and throw up a 3-pointer. Like, clearly the percentages are not even close, but that's going to be they don't understand what we saw, Ron. They don't get the magic to, you know what I mean, worthy and what we used to see.
And this is why I had this discussion with, you know, somebody that was around 20, 22, somewhere in that area, right? And they were like insisting that LeBron was the GOAT. And he's like, oh, where would you rank LeBron in history? And of course, I had my say, and I put LeBron about 8 or 9. He wasn't having it. He's like, there's no way. How can LeBron? And it's funny because I was watching that 4-letter network today, and Skip Bayless was on there. And you want to know where we put LeBron? Number 9, right? And I'm looking at, and he's explaining it, and of course Stephen A. doesn't want to hear anything because he's an idiot. But when he's explaining it, it's so true. LeBron is number 9. The only difference is I would have put Wilt. He had Wilt number 10. I would have had Wilt in there, and probably would have taken out either Shaq or Tim Duncan. So that's why I say he's probably number 8.
Yeah, Kurt said it. Kurt's last comment, there's just too many big-time names now.
Yeah.
You could go in the 90s, it was Jordan. 80s, Bird, Magic, you know, that was your era.
Right.
Nowadays, it's like SGA, Wembanyama, maybe Anthony Edwards, Jokic. Like, there's too many guys that you don't know who you really want to either is the heel and you want to hate them.
my
Like,
argument, Eric.
If SGA wins again, Ron, I would say this. It's not like I'm like, oh man, here we go. If he loses, it's the same thing. I'm not like, oh man, he really deserves to get. There's not a guy you want to see either win or lose anymore in the league. You wanted to see. There were people that hated Jordan.
That's not true.
Do explain to me. I'd love to hear this because I feel like this is going to be. I mean,
I want to see Grady win.
I can't with you. You know what? You're a goofball. But there isn't a guy now that you don't care. Like, I don't care who wins. And
That's
I'm not
because you like the past better.
Yeah, but I'm not rooting for anybody either. There's not a guy I want to see win. Whereas in the past, you'd always have a guy you'd want. You said it, Charles Barkley, one of your favorite players. You always rooted for Charles to win one.
Yeah.
And then you were disappointed when he didn't. Now it's like, I don't care who wins.
I used to want Stockton to win, but I didn't want Malone to win. Right? So that was a wash.
But think about, do you care if Anthony Edwards ever wins a title?
No.
Like, I don't. Listen, Larry Bird's up there. I would say this. Larry Bird's in the top 10 for sure.
I have Larry Bird top 5.
Yeah. But that's where I'm saying, like, even Wembanyama, like, I wouldn't mind if he wins, but I don't care if he doesn't.
Right.
There's not a guy now in the league, and I think Kurt hit, like, there's just too many names they throw out there, and there's not a guy that you really either want to lose or to win. You need one of those. Like, you got to have a guy that gets there. Like, if SGA gets to the finals, I'm not going to, like, I hope he loses. Where you did with, the Lakers in because you were a Celtics fan and you always rooted against that. There isn't that anymore. So, yeah, we'll move on, Ron, because we've been on basketball for a little bit. Let's talk some NFL. I think Edwards deserves it, but I get the reasoning. Yeah, I agree with Kurt. He's okay. I don't care if he wins, though.
I personally don't really care for him.
But that's what I'm saying. But if he was in the finals, you wouldn't care if he won or lost. It's not like you're going to sit back and go, I hope he loses. You're like, he won one. Okay, great. Whatever, right?
Maybe.
But there were certain guys you didn't want to see win. You didn't want to see.
Depends on who he's playing.
You didn't like when Bill Lambert and the Pistons and that.
No, you hated Bill Lambert.
Right?
Do you know he has the most playoff wins for a player in Detroit history?
Wow. That's a crazy stat. So you had one. You had a crazy stat, Ron.
Oh, wait. There it is.
There it is. Throw it up. Crazy stat. All right, let's talk some NFL. And we got Manny on right now. We got Kurt. The four of us, we are thinking, why is there not a lot of interest in the Seattle Seahawks? They're for sale. And I think the four of us, we split $11 billion is what the probably estimated cost would be. So you do the math, Ron. It's a little less than $3 billion each. We could own.
Okay, yeah, that's
right?
Easy.
So we could own the Seattle Seahawks, gentlemen. Everybody who wants in, just send your billions to us.
Hey, yes, we could do it like Green Bay Packers.
Right, and then we have everybody
can
owns.
Have a piece. Yeah. If everybody sends $100 right now, we get, I don't know how many 300 million people.
So a couple of bullet points here why this is why I feel the interest. There's slight interest in making this move. First and foremost, we talk about it. $11 billion. Crazy numbers. And I forgot who bought. Oh, somebody bought a stake in the Miami Dolphins. 1% stake, Ron. And not the steak you eat. 1%. $12.5 billion they paid.
It's not right to eat dolphin steaks.
Yeah, the return would be worth it. Kurt, this is where it gets tricky, though. So think about this: 1%, $12.5 billion for the Dolphins. Like, who's paying it for 1%? But that's crazy. Anyway, 30% in cash has to be put down. That's an NFL rule. So the team, whoever does it, makes this purchase, has to put down at least 30% in cash. Automatically. Like, that's a rule. This stat blew my mind too. There's talk of them needing a new stadium. The stadium's only 24 years old.
Oh, come on.
But they're saying, again, if you think about stadium deals, think about New England back in the day. We're going to move to Providence, to Hartford to do this, right? It always becomes political. Nothing's ever easy. Does a new owner want to get into that if they say, listen, we need a new stadium? Am I going to be able to stay? It is insane.
Yeah, that's the thing. I don't like that the owners expect, a stadium on a silver platter. Now that they're just getting carried away because they want the best stadium ever built.
Yeah, well, it's always bigger and better, right?
Right.
But I will say this, Ron. I disagree with Kurt in one way. He said the return would be worth it. I was thinking the opposite way. Do I want to own a team who just won the Super Bowl? How successful are those teams afterwards? You may not get back now. How many teams repeat? Doesn't happen. So you're investing in a team that might have had their run. They did it. They did it last year.
But you're going to get a lot of residual sales for merch after that. You know what I'm saying? Like you're going to be able to get a lot of people to purchase jerseys and stuff like that because they won.
Do you pick them to win next year?
No.
Okay, that's my point. He's taking advantage of them winning the Super Bowl. I do think you would, but again, I would say this: how many teams repeat? The Dallas Cowboys. I have to do this. Sorry, but the Dallas Cowboys haven't gone back to the Super Bowl since 1996. Right? Like this could be the Seattle Seahawks now. They won it. They got their Super Bowl, and now it's. Do you expect? I will ask you two gentlemen that are on the chat right now. Do you expect Sam Darnold to be able to do what he did again? If you had to put money down, and I know Manny's a gambler, to get the Seattle Seahawks to the Super Bowl again, Sam Darnold, you're putting your mortgage in your home and saying it's a guarantee. It's a lock. It isn't. I don't know if I'd want to invest $11 billion in something that I don't think can win again.
Yeah, but that's your job is to make them win again. And I don't know if that's completely accurate. There's always a lot of factors on who can and who can't make it to a Super Bowl. But it doesn't take away from the success of the team. Do I think Seattle is going to make it back to the postseason? Yes, I do. Do I think they have a potential to host a home game in the playoffs next season? I do. I mean, it's not an easy division to win by no means.
Rams,
but
49ers.
I would expect them to be able to make it back to the playoffs.
All right. Before we move on, real quick, I know you wanted to bring this up. One potential owner, Wyc Grousbeck, former owner of the Boston Celtics. How do you feel about that one, Ron?
I feel horrible right now because
Kurt's not mortgaging his house, by the way. He already said absolutely not. So I'm telling you, man, just go ahead.
I just don't. Why sell the Boston Celtics, which is one of the top franchises, in sports? I don't get it. It's a storied franchise, and you sell it, right? And then only to turn around to buy Seattle. That's a slap in the face to Boston, to be honest.
And I would say this, too. They've already won. Yeah. Like, if it was a team, you're like, oh, I can make this team win. Right. The Celtics won, and you sold them. Now you want to buy a team that just won. None of it makes sense.
No. Doesn't make any sense.
I don't get it.
And let me tell you, let me add to that if he does buy the team, I hope they lose every single game until he sells.
How do you feel about Wyc Grousbeck? All right, Ron. Crazy stat time. So we were originally going to do a story on Travis Hunter and the Jaguars. So this is why this crazy stat came out. But Liam Cohen, the current head coach of the Jacksonville Jaguars is, go ahead. Liam Cohen is only the second coach in Jaguars history to have a winning record with the team. The other is Tom Coughlin, who was 72-64. None of the other coaches that have ever coached the Jacksonville Jaguars have had a winning record.
Wow. That's craziness.
Yeah. Like sometimes, they'll fire coaches because they just can't get past the hurdle. Like they get to the playoffs, but they've never even had guys get to the playoffs.
They never even get to the first hurdle.
Yeah. Tom Coughlin, Liam Cohen. You sandwich everybody else in between it. They all stink.
Tom Coughlin was a pretty good coach.
He was. Yeah.
He's got a couple of Super Bowls, right?
Yeah, I'm waiting for the comments. It's coming, I'm sure. All right, Ron, it is time for starting 5. So excited I could see it.
You got problems with picking crap teams.
I love it.
To do a top 5.
Remember we did the Browns, Cleveland's quarter. If we ever get hurt in Cleveland, we're in trouble. If somebody out there in Cleveland, let us know because you cannot like us very much. But
they have to like us because at least we're truth tellers.
All right. So we are our starting 5 tonight. Cleveland Cavaliers centers of all time. The centers of all time for the Cleveland Cavaliers. What a franchise. What a bunch of great big men that they've had. And we're going to start off with our honorable mentions, Ron. And I have one. Anderson Varejao. Varejao was a one-time all-defensive. He won an all-defensive.
Oh, come on, dude.
So I'm giving him that. And he was small. He wasn't a big man.
Terrible.
Varejao was not a big man.
How disrespectful to some of the players out there that you put him ahead of them.
6'11", bro. He was 6'11".
I don't care. He stunk. He was garbage.
I don't know.
7.5 points, 7.5 boards.
Yeah.
He didn't even get double digits in boards.
6'11". All right. I'm sure you got 10 honorable mentions because the Cavs
I was only going to do 1, but I'm going to do 3 now.
Oh, yeah. Now I know you're full of it. Go ahead.
Carlos Boozer. First of all, he was a
power forward. He wasn't a center.
No. He played center for them too.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Yes, he did.
He is listed as a power forward and center. All right, I'll give you it.
Yes, that's right.
Although he's only listed as center for one team, and that was the Chicago Bulls.
No, that is not true.
I'm looking at it.
I don't care what you're looking at.
Okay, go ahead.
He still was better than your Varejao.
Ron, how tall are you? He wants that. How tall are you?
I'm 6 feet tall and bulletproof.
Oh, yeah, he's pretty bulletproof.
Jim Jones.
Who?
Jim Jones.
Okay.
With a ch.
Jim Jones. Okay.
He is also an honorable mention. 14.3 points, 9.5 boards. Not bad numbers, let me tell you. Not bad.
Oh,
go ahead. Look him up.
Looking him up right now. Center and power forward. Yes. He was considered a center for the Cleveland Cavaliers. All right.
See, there you go.
14
all right.
Points.
My number 6 guy. Honorable mention. Cliff Robinson.
What?
17.7 points. 10.5 boards. A double-double he averaged. Not Clifford from Portland.
Yeah,
this is Cliff.
Yeah, I see that now. Cliff Robinson from the 80 to 92. One season as a center for the Cleveland Cavaliers.
He played center.
Okay. Averaged 17.8 that year. And
yes.
10.3 rebounds. Look at him.
Right.
All right. Oh,
no,
2
great
years.
Numbers.
Oh, but he was a power forward that year. All right.
So he had great numbers and
played for 3 seasons. All right.
Honorable mention.
So 5'11" kind of seems you're jealous of his height.
I'm not. Why would I be jealous of somebody's height? I don't care.
Verajao.
Care?
Verajao. All right, let's get into this
Manny,
list.
you should care about how tall your quarterback is. That's what you should worry about.
A lot of shots being taken here at the Dallas Cowboys today. All right.
He started 11 seasons. He hasn't won jack.
At number 5 for me, Tristan Thompson, 8.6 points, 8.1 rebounds, 1 assist, all rookie, and 1 championship with the Cavaliers.
Yeah.
They didn't win too many championships, so you got to throw him in there for the championship.
No, you don't have to throw him in there. He's not good enough.
So you're giving all the credit to LeBron. I'm listening. Hold on. What was that? I didn't hear you.
No, I'm giving credit.
Tristan Thompson, 1 championship.
No, Kevin Love, baby, because Kevin Love was playing center for that team. Kevin Love. Tristan Thompson was the backup center.
Okay.
Backup.
All right.
Back it up.
Okay. Number 5 for you was?
Sean Kemp, baby.
Get out of here.
Sean Kemp played center for them.
You're out of control.
And he averaged 18.5 points, 9.1 boards, 2.1 assists, and he made an all-star team for them in that 204 games.
As a center for them, but okay. Sean Kemp.
And Bobby Boucher is outside right now.
Bobby. I'll take the shots I surrendered. Yeah, I see that, Manny. All right, at number 4 for me, Zydrunas Ilgauskas, 13.8 points, 7.7 rebounds, 1.2 assists, a 2-time All-Star for the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Put that up like 2 minutes ago.
Big Z.
I also have him at number 4. Oh, wait, you said 5, right? You were 5?
No, he was 4.
Who was number 5 for you? Oh, yeah, Tristan Thompson. Oh, yeah, that joke. Yeah, I have Ilgauskas, and you were afraid to say his name because you knew you couldn't say it.
Zydrunas Ilgauskas. I got it.
Okay,
I can say the basketball, the hockey guys I struggle with.
Yeah, baseball and football.
Everything else. Ilgauskas.
Olympics.
All right, at number 3 for me. Gentleman playing right now, Jared Allen. 14 points. Jared Allen.
Wow.
Hugo, thanks for joining. 14.8 points, 9.9 rebounds, almost a double-double, 1.9 assists, and a 1-time All-Star. Jared Allen.
See, you went with Jared Allen. I went with Evan Mobley. 16.7 points, 9 rebounds per game, 1-time All-Star, 1-time All-NBA, 1-time can only make All-Rookie one time. 2-time All-Defensive and one Defensive Player of the Year. Evan Mobley would be the correct guy to put right there.
I would agree with that. You may be correct on that. Actually, both of those guys should probably be on the list.
Yeah, they both should be in there now that I think about it.
Yes. At number 2,
and
Kevin Love.
Yeah. That would knock out Sean Kemp and Ilgauskas.
Kevin Love, number 2 for me, 15.7 points, 9.2 rebounds, 2.2 assists, and a 2-time All-Star for the Cleveland Cavaliers at center.
Yeah, I have him at number 2 also. And it's sad, too, because he wasn't getting the ball enough for that Cleveland team. And they could have been much better if they would have involved him more.
Yeah. Back then,
imagine if they did.
Back then, he was still
good.
He was great back then. And you forget, he came over from Minnesota. He was like an all-star. He dominated Minnesota.
I mean, he has great career numbers. And when you look at the tail end of his career, he didn't play much. So if he would have stopped playing 2 years earlier, those numbers would have been huge. He would have averaged a double-double easily.
At number 1 for me, Mark Price. I mean, he played center one game.
Come on. I was like, what are you doing? What are you doing? You were going to
game at center. No, one game at center. Now, Brad Doherty right there, the man in the middle, literally the man in the middle. 19 points, 9.5 rebounds, 3.7 assists, which was pretty impressive. 5-time All-Star, 1 All-NBA, and he was an All-Rook. the issue
And that's
between again.
when you look at a lot of
it's
lists,
Jordan era.
Eric, you look at a lot of lists, a lot of them had Ilgauskas as the number one.
Yeah, it was kind of crazy.
And I'm like, why? I'm looking at the numbers. That doesn't add up.
No, agreed.
Brad Daugherty, he was clear number one for me.
Yeah.
A clear number one.
Agreed. All right, Ron, let's continue some NBA talk, and let's talk about Jaylen Brown, Boston Celtic, was very critical of the officiating in his series against the 76ers, basically saying that they had an agenda. Yeah, he's asking right there, like, what? Me? What? Who? So do you agree with Jaylen Brown? Was he correct to criticize the officials in that series? If you say yes, I'm going off.
The problem with Jaylen Brown is
Jaylen Brown.
Every game he complains about the refs.
They all do that in the league, though.
And this is why they don't call fouls on the players against him, because every game he complains about the refs. He's a victim of himself.
The fact that he's calling out other players, I thought was wrong. Like Joel Embiid flops. Dude, shut your mouth. Absolutely shut your mouth.
It's true, but
I will say this.
You're going to tell me he doesn't flop?
Ron, he was 11th in the postseason. Obviously, there's more guys now that will go up, but 11th in personal fouls with 21. You know what his issue was? He was 6th in turnovers with 25. Stop turning the damn ball over. Maybe you win a series. There's an idea. Instead of blaming the officials, you shot 45.5% from the field. There's a problem. And then on top of it, you shot 71% from the free throw line. Even when you got fouled, you couldn't hit your free throws. That would have won you games. So shut up and just play basketball.
Eric, in one of those games, he had 2 shots at the foul line, and he missed both of them. And it could have changed the game.
I commented here. Ron, you said earlier.
Look, we talked about this before the series ended, right? We had talked about this.
Somebody wasn't worried about it.
This is going to cost.
Somebody wasn't worried about it.
If they lost, there's going to be changes, and there are going to be changes now.
Ron,
and he's talking like he wants to get out of town. Yeah, well, if they play to their abilities, and did I think that Mazzulla was going to sit freaking Vucevic and Tatum? Like, you don't dress. Look, yes, he has a sore knee. I get it. Ooh, it hurts, right? I'm telling you, Jason Tatum didn't try to come back and do all that work for him to have to sit out Game 7. And Mazzulla sits him out, doesn't dress him, at least dress him. So if you need somebody at the last minute,
there's a lot of talk he didn't want to play Game 7.
Well, if that's the case, then he's the one that needs to go.
But
look, trade them both. Start over.
So I thought about this. I thought about this, Ron, and tell me if I'm correct in this. Last season, who did they lose to?
The Knicks.
The Knicks. Knicks have a big man, Karl Anthony Towns, right?
Yeah.
Who they lose to this year?
Philly.
Have a big man, Joel Embiid?
Yeah.
Okay. The year they won it, Kristaps Porzingis was actually playing. He was decent. They win it all. You need a big man to compete with these teams in the East. These teams did is build up to say, listen, what's the one weakness Boston has? If they can't hit threes, they don't have big men to go inside, and they don't get rebounds because now they're outsized. They're outmatched.
They don't even go for a rebound. But the only one that goes for a rebound is Double P.
Yeah,
and he's like the shortest guy in the league.
But Brad Stevens needs to get a big man that legitimately can compete with these big guys in the NBA. if you're going to continue to have this 3-point barrage every game, because you also need the ability to go inside when needed. Yeah. They don't have it. And guys like Jaylen Brown, to me, you trade Jaylen. This sounds crazy, but I would move on from Jaylen Brown to get Giannis Antetokounmpo, who I know is still an injury waiting to happen again. But that gives you a legitimate big man, if he is healthy, that there is no way teams can compete with. And now you got Tatum on the outside to do what Tatum does. When you've got two guys that do the same thing and neither one of them are on fire, and you got nobody else you can go to because you don't have anybody inside that can do it, you're going to continue to struggle. You're not going back to the finals with this team.
Right? It's 100%. Like, I mean, I don't understand if you're down by 1 point.
You got to shoot a 3. You got to shoot a 3. That
and
makes sense, right?
While you're covered by a couple of guys, too, you also have a guy open that is probably a better shooter than you.
I think I've run out of patience with Jaylen Brown.
I have too.
Like the Tatum thing, I get. You see KD try to come back, he blows out the other killer. Like these guys, I get that part. So he might have legitimately felt like if he played, he could have popped his other Achilles, whatever. Jaylen Brown, all he does is complain. He is nonstop just going to tell you exactly about how he feels. He's got his own podcast. He does all his thing. Like, just shut up and play basketball, bro. Just shut up and play basketball. So I'd like to see them move on from him. Although, did you hear the quick rumor? I don't know if you heard this. Rumor mill. Do you hear who we might be dating?
Oh, my God.
Vanessa Bryant. Kobe Bryant's ex-wife. Oh, well, not ex-wife. Kobe Bryant's wife. Yeah, there's a rumor out there. Yeah. Jaylen Brown, Vanessa Bryant, possibly together. This is bigger than Vrabel and Rossini. This is big news. Imagine that. All right. Ready for your crazy stat, Ron?
No.
Victor.
I'm just stunned right now.
Victor Wembanyama had 12 blocks in his game 1 performance against the Minnesota Timberwolves. That isn't
what?
12 blocks. That is an NBA playoff record. That is an NBA playoff record. He's into MILFs.
That's crazy.
Manny, he's into MILFs. Manny. So 12 blocks. The previous record set by 3 guys, Andrew Bynum, Hakeem Olajuwon, and Mark Eaton, all had 10 in a game. So he shot at that record, 12 blocks.
12 blocks in a game.
Wembanyama in a game.
Jesus. All right, crazy. Bobby, go away.
All right. Ready to talk some Major League Baseball, Ron? Let's get another topic that you're excited about.
It's my favorite thing to do.
Is it time for the Boston Red Sox and Red Sox fans to start to worry about Roman Anthony's career with all his injuries, his health concerns? You're worried.
I'm worried because, I mean, if you trade him now, he can salvage his career and he'll be healthy the rest of his career. But as long as he's with the Red Sox, he's going to be hurt all the time.
So you're blaming the Red Sox.
I am blaming the Red Sox.
I agree with you. Listen, he played 71 games last season. He had wrist sprain, the oblique strain that basically I think shut him down. This year, he's only played 30 games, already had a back injury, now a wrist injury. He's on the IL now, 10-day IL. You're building a team, 8-year, $130 million with escalators up to $230 million. I don't think he's ever going to hit that because he doesn't play enough. So I guess the Sox in that aspect it was a good deal for them. But realistically,
all the time, Eric.
How do you build around this kid? You can't count on him to be there.
I mean, the kid's got a lot of talent, and we see it a lot. Injuries derail
careers.
And it is true. And you always get, and we talked about Mike Trout We talk about all those players in the NBA constantly. We talk about it in all these sports. When a player is injury prone, they're injury prone, and they remain that way. It's like it's just happens. It's that's and frankly, when I was younger and I played sports, I was injury prone, and I couldn't get anything started because I would always be hurt. And that's what you're seeing already from this kid. I mean, how many injuries are you gonna take? And
you remember?
doesn't matter.
You remember the XFL? And they had the guy he hate me, right? We should get jersey. Always be hurt.
Always be hurting.
I mean, this kid, I feel bad, and I'm not a Red Sox fan, but like, if your hopes are on this kid and he's only going to play 70 plus games a year, you guys are in trouble.
Yeah,
you guys are in trouble.
We're already in trouble.
Yeah, you're already in trouble. At least you got a coat. Oh wait. All right, Ron, you ready for your crazy stat? Ron, what sport did you play? He played hockey.
I played hockey and baseball. Mostly hockey because I blew out my arm in middle school.
How do you blow out your arm in middle? But anyway, all right, crazy stat.
Screwballs.
Crazy stat. Like father, like son, Ron, Cecil Fielder and Prince Fielder both ended their careers with the same number of home runs, 319.
Really? Prince got that many?
He had 319. Cecil had 319. Even crazier about that, they both hit 97 home runs with 2 outs. They both hit 49 home runs in the 4th inning. They both hit 29 home runs in the 5th inning. And they both hit 18 home runs in the 9th inning. It's kind of crazy.
It is kind of weird.
That's more than half of their home runs were all hit in the same inning, too.
That's craziness. And neither one of them won a championship, correct?
Neither one of them did. No, Cecil did. I think with the Yankees. Didn't he win one with the Yankees?
Oh, yeah, but he didn't win it.
He was on the team. Isn't that what you said?
He was on the team.
That counts.
But that's about it.
Let's see. Did he win one? I think he won. Did he win one? Yeah, he won with the Yankees in 96. Yeah.
Yeah, we don't want to count that one.
Good guy, Dan Cheetah. Good job, buddy. All right.
Yeah.
All right, Ron, before we move on to our split decisions, can you tell all the wonderful fans out there about our almost new website page from our friends in Providence, Rhode Island?
Absolutely. As soon as the thing comes up, I will be more than happy to do that. Tonight's show is brought to you by the almost new 990 WBOB radio page, offering links to your favorite Providence shows, including this show, Sports Unfolded, and the Bryant Bulldog Sports Hour.
Let's go. Plus our friends there in Dallas, Georgia, 99.1 WDJY FM. Thank you for the support. And our good friends in Southeast Connecticut, SEC TV, Public Access, Channel 12. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for the support and putting us on thousands of ears and eyes. We appreciate it. All right, Ron. It is
1,000 in Atlanta. Thank you.
Thank you. It is split decision time.
Oh, get ready for a first, folks.
I like the ads on Facebook. They're funny. So, Hugo, thank you for the pennies. All right, Hugo. All right. Here is our segment, Split Decisions, where we ask each other 2 more likely questions and we have to make a decision. I am first tonight. So, Ron, your first split decision is, which NBA player is more likely to finish averaging 30 points or better this postseason? Cade Cunningham, who has 31.3 points per game in the postseason, or Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, who's averaging 30.6 points per game this postseason? Who's more likely to average 30 points or more when the postseason's over?
I'm going to say SGA. I don't think Cunningham can keep up that pace. And I know he had I think it was 29 or something last night or something. And but Duran hasn't been scoring. But once he does, that's going to change the stats for Cunningham. So I got to think that SGA, that's his norm, right? So I'm going to say that SGA is more likely.
All right. If you guys out there have a more likely question too and you want to ask us, please do during this segment. We'd love to answer those. All right, Ron. So you're saying SGA, your first split decision.
Let me see. What team is more likely where Jaylen Brown will play next season?
Ooh. Oh, yeah. Let's do it. I like this question.
Oh, you're going to love this question.
Mm-hmm.
Boston Celtics.
Okay.
The Dallas Mavericks.
I don't know what they'd have to give us, but okay.
Utah Jazz.
Danny. Yeah.
Indiana Pacers.
Mm.
Or Milwaukee Bucks.
I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going Bucks. And I'm going to tell you why. The Bucks are the only team that have a player that the Celtics will get in return that is a legitimate superstar in the league. If it's for Giannis. The Pacers don't have anything. We saw what their season looked like without Halliburton. Utah is a good team, but they don't have a player that's same caliber.
I'm thinking number one picks.
Yeah, I don't see Boston doing it just because you're still a playoff team and you're probably still a contender to get to the finals with the right piece. You're not going to sell out to say, I'm just going to get a draft pick that might turn into something. So it's got to be a legitimate player. So I say the Bucks are the only ones that would legitimately be in with those teams that you just picked.
What about Dallas with a first pick and maybe like the big man?
Yeah, again, nobody that
just
wows you. You gotta get.
But I thought it was interesting how you mentioned
the Bucks already
with Giannis. Before.
That is pretty good. All right, this one might offend a few people out there, but this is going to be a fun one. So Manny, pay attention. I wish Danny was here tonight because we would have had some fun with this. All right, which team, Ron, from Dallas is more likely to win a championship next? The Dallas Cowboys, the Dallas Stars, the Dallas Mavericks, or the Dallas Wings of the WNBA? Who's more likely?
I'm going to say the Dallas Wings.
I knew you were going to.
Because there is no way Dallas Cowboys are going to win anytime soon. I just don't see it. I absolutely can't. Like the improvements on defense isn't going to be an improvement from a couple of years ago. So I don't see why that would change anything of their destiny.
Okay.
Dallas Stars, I don't even know why they're losing. Because they have a great team, but they can't win in the playoffs. And at this point, it's all mental.
Manny said none.
Hugo
laughed at the Cowboys.
Believe me, there's a shot maybe 5 years from now, Dallas Mavericks. Wait, if Mark Cuban buys the team back, then I'll change my answer.
Okay. So you're going Dallas Wings.
I'm going Dallas Wings. I think that's wide open because if they get one player, it can change everything.
Yeah, I think Manny had one. My friend asked me this the other day. Based on the overall character and skill, if you were building a team, would you rather have Garrett Wilson or A.J. Brown? So Garrett Wilson of the Jets wide receiver or A.J. Brown. For me, I'd say Garrett Wilson only because of the age.
Yeah,
that I feel like Wilson would be something you could build around for a longer time versus AJ Brown, who's, I'm not saying on the back end of his career, but definitely has put some mileage on already. So that would be my opinion, Manny, would be Garrett Wilson. That's a good question.
Hugo says that Max would win with
The
Cuban.
Mavs would win with Cuban. Yes. Yeah, they probably would again.
Well, if they change their name to the Dallas Max, that would be pretty awesome.
The Mavericks. The Mavericks. All right, your second split decision. I can't wait for this one.
You're going to love this.
I'm going to love it.
Yes, you are.
Who's going to lead
This
more
is
laps?
a first, by the way. It has never been done.
If this is who leads more laps. I'm going to kill you. Go ahead.
So there are only 2 drivers in history that have 100-plus wins.
Okay.
In NASCAR.
Okay.
Richard Petty, who had 200 and won 7 championships, by the way. And David Pearson, who has 105 with 3 championships. Who is more likely to be the next driver with 100 wins?
Okay.
Kyle Busch, who has 63, the active leader.
Jeez.
63. He is 41 years old.
Okay. Yeah,
Denny Hamlin, who has 61,
okay.
is 45 years old.
Okay.
Joey Logano, who has 37, is the third active driver. 37, and is 35 years old. And just for fun,
Giggles.
I threw in Kyle Larson, who has 32 and he's 33 years old.
I'm going with Kale Larson.
Kale?
Yeah, that's what Hugo typed. So I'm going with Kale Larson for the win. I will say this. I don't think the first 2 guys at 40 and 45 are getting there.
41 and 45, Eric.
Yeah, they're not getting there because that's still 30 wins. So you go from them to who was my next pick at 30 something wins.
Joey Logano, and then there's Kyle Larson, who has 32.
All right,
he needs 70. He needs 68 more.
But he could go at 6 wins per year for the next 10 years. He could get close. I'm going with him.
Now, do you want to throw in Reddick?
Who's on a hot streak?
He's got 5 wins this year.
Mm-hmm.
He's at 13 right now.
How old is he?
He's 30.
Yeah, he ain't getting there. All right, let's move on. All right, Ron, we're going to have the great segment.
Come on, that's a great
That was a good one.
Right?
That was a really good one. That was really good. A NASCAR one for us. All right, Ron, let's talk some NHL. My hockey guy here. We're also into the second round of the playoffs here in the National Hockey League. So let's talk about each one of these series. We'll start off in the Eastern Conference with the Sabres versus the Canadiens. Buffalo's up 1-0 in this series. Really was questioning the playoff savvy of the Sabres, right? Hadn't been there in 13 plus years. Seemed to show they belong.
They look good.
Is this the sign that this team could make it to the conference finals?
Yeah, they have all the pieces. They should be able to beat Montreal. Montreal has a lot of speed that can match them. So they're not going to have the advantage in speed. But I think goaltending is an advantage and defense is an advantage for them. And I got to think that's going to account for something. The only problem is Buffalo doesn't score on the power play, and Montreal can. I mean, Caulfield is just an excellent player, although he's gone ice cold right now. So,
yeah, if the Canadiens got any shot, they got to turn around, right? Figure it out offensively.
Yeah.
Suzuki's been a phenomenal player this year, over 100 points.
Another good one.
But you got if they're going to make this series interesting, you've got to be able to put some pressure on the Sabres. Sabres have been a good defensive team all year.
Yeah.
They've been able to just grind out wins all year.
They got
So-
size. They have strength. I mean, Tage Thompson is wow. Is he such a he's a force.
Yeah. Again, one of the Olympic guys too. So that Olympic team had a lot of guys that now are contributing here in the postseason.
Yes.
For their team. So also in the East, Ron, you got the Hurricanes versus the Flyers. This series seems over. Carolina's up 3-0.
Yeah, it's over.
You gotta feel good for the Flyers, though, who probably shouldn't even been here.
They got a bright future.
Right? That's something to build on. So if you're a Flyers fan, I'd be excited to say, listen, there's things we see now from this team that, a piece or two, guess what? They're competing.
Yeah, I think they need another veteran to come in, because you have Martone and you have Mishkov and another Russian player that I can't think of his name at the moment. You have some great young talent there, and I think you just need a guy to come in, just to basically lead them. So you need somebody. It doesn't have to be a perennial all-star, just a guy that come in to guide them through it. I mean, that's what they need. One guy.
Yeah. And I will say this too: the Canes are looking like the favorite to come out of the East. Like I
watched the game last night.
They're playing some great hockey. Again, another team that we keep saying, right, always couldn't get over that hurdle. They usually lose in the second round. This season,
they're not losing in the second round.
They're not losing this. If they blow a 3-0 lead, that we definitely will be talking about.
Look. I watched a game last night, and they are just all over the puck. Wherever the puck is going, there's like at least two guys that are near that puck, and they cause turnovers. I mean, they cause teams to just run around in their own end, and that gets them in trouble. Vladar has been playing his butt off, and it doesn't matter. He's just under siege the whole game.
Yeah. Steven Seagal. Anyway, let's move on to the Western Conference here. The Avalanche versus the Wild. Colorado up 2-0 in this series. I feel bad for Minnesota.
No, their injuries. Wow, are they hurting? Right? Eriksson Ek, they got a bunch of guys that have been out, and Eriksson Ek, they can't win the series without him in there. I mean, if he doesn't get to go in the next game, I count him out.
So obviously they got to hope for hometown cooking. They're back at home.
Yeah.
But Scott Wedgwood, the goalie for Colorado, again, only given up 2.12 goals against in the postseason.
Yeah.
So he's kind of shut the door.
He's like third.
The Wild have some talent though, and it's a shame. Like they keep Dallas. We said that was going to be a great series. Now that you got to face the Avalanche, and it's like you're just talent on talent on talent. And I felt like the Wild had a shot this postseason, but these teams they're playing, and it probably took a lot just to beat Dallas.
Yeah.
To now have to face the best team in hockey all year. It's just a bad turn of events,
Yeah, it was the fact that the top three teams in the West were all in the same division, so they kind of get screwed in that case. And the same thing with the Atlantic Division. You had 4 teams with 100 points, and you have to play each other.
Yeah,
and that's just how it is. I really wish they would change it back to what they used to do. You just take the 8 teams and you put them in order, and one plays 8.
Yeah.
Have the division leaders still 1 and 2, but I like that better.
All right. The other matchup, this looks like it's going to be a fun one. The Golden Knights versus the Ducks.
Yeah.
1-1. It's tied. Golden Knights experience, right? They've been there a few times, right? Been in the postseason for quite some time.
Well, too.
Upcoming starting team. The Ducks are an exciting team.
What the heck was that?
What?
It just went.
Oh, I didn't hear it. It was on
like you got fried.
But I will say, which style prevails in this run? Is it the experienced team who knows how to win in the postseason and been there? Or is it this Ducks team that really, listen, don't have anything to lose?
I like this Ducks team because they're so young and fast and they have so much skill. I mean, they got all the pieces. And boy, if you make mistakes on defense with them on the ice, those guys can just turn it around fast. And you got Carlson, you got all these young talented players that can score.
And you've been talking about them all year. So
yeah, it's I don't know how Vegas is going to be able to like shut them down like
right
consistently.
Now moves back to right. Is it moves back to Anaheim?
Anaheim.
So you you steal one. Yeah, you steal one, right? That's what you try to do is you steal one at the visitor. Yeah, that's going to be a fun series. I think that's going to be probably the best one out of the
a good one
out of the postseason. All right, Ron, you ready for your crazy stat? We've talked about how great Wayne Gretzky is, but Wayne Gretzky is not only the all-time points leader in NHL history, he's the all-time points leader in the playoffs as well, Ron.
Yeah.
With 382 points. The next closest player was Mark Messier at 295. So you're almost 100 points better.
Yeah, and he has a lot of those points because he was
because he played with Gretzky. Yeah. But then the only active player that has a shot to catch him,
it's got to be
Sidney Crosby at 206. So that ain't happening. So guess what? I think Wayne Gretzky's record's going to be safe for quite some time.
Yeah, for a while.
So incredible, that man, what he meant to hockey.
Yeah,
absolutely insane.
He's just absolutely unbelievable, and he was something to watch. Let me tell you, and I remember many times they come into Boston, and I got to experience watching a game against Wayne Gretzky, and he just sees everything. He sees everything, and the minute you look away to see, where somebody else is, that's when the pass is on its way. And it's always perfectly on their stick. I mean, it doesn't even matter where he is, he was just incredible player.
All right, Ron. All right. It is time for pick and roll.
It's time for pick and roll.
I've been looking forward to this all day.
Our pick and roll segment tonight, 2007, so 19 years ago, episode 19, season 6.
I can't believe it's been so long.
Major League Baseball draft all-star pitchers. So these all were drafted in 2007 and all became at least an all-star once in their career. And those pitchers were David Price, Madison Bumgarner, Corey Kluber, Jake Arrieta, Jordan Zimmerman, and Brett Cecil. We are going to rank them from 6 to 1 round. A bum. All right, at number 6 has to be Brett Cecil. Only pitched in 756.1 innings in his career, 44 and 47, 4.29 ERA, 12 saves in his career, most on the list. And not that that's a great thing. 670 strikeouts, 1 All-Star. And I did something a little different on this one, Ron. I wanted to just look at a couple things. He only had 2 winning seasons in his career. So 2 winning seasons, clearly number 6.
But he was a reliever. He was cleanup duty for bad pitchers.
All right. Well, he's still not very good. Anyway.
Well, yeah, but that's
at number 5, Jordan Zimmerman.
Yeah.
1,614 innings pitched, 95 and 91, a 4.07 ERA, 1,271 strikeouts, a 2-time All-Star. He had 5 winning seasons, around 5. So not bad. Okay. Not bad. 5 winning seasons in his career. At number 4, I went Jake Arrieta, 1,612.1 innings, 115 and 93, a 3.98 ERA, 1,433 strikeouts, a one-time All-Star, one-time Cy Young, one-time Silver Slugger, a one-time champ. And Ron, believe it or not, second most winning seasons out of these pitchers, 7. He had 7 winning seasons. So not bad, not bad. But
not bad.
At number 3, I went Madison Bumgarner, 2,209.1 innings pitched, 100. I didn't like his record. That's what kind of knocked him down a little bit for me. 134 and 124, only 10 games over 500. 3.47 ERA, 2,070 strikeouts, which is second most out of these guys. 4-time All-Star, 2-time Silver Slugger, a 3-time champ. So you're like, Eric, how's he number 3? That record definitely knocked him down. And a 1-time World Series MVP. But Ron, he only had 6 winning seasons in his career. So Arrieta actually had 1 more winning season than he did in his career. At number 2.
That's fantastic.
I know, buddy. That's great. Corey Kluber. I went Corey Kluber at number 2. 1,641.2 innings pitched, 116 and 77 record, a 3.44 ERA. He had 1 save in his career. 1,725 strikeouts, so the more than 1 strikeout per inning. 3-time All-Star, 2-time Cy, a 1-time ERA, 6 winning seasons, Ron. But the guy at number 1, for as much as we criticized, and we've talked about him, he's come up a few times now. David Price pitched in 2,143 innings, 0.2 innings, 157 and 82. Best ERA out of this group, a 3.32 ERA. Had 3 saves in his career, by the way. 2,076 strikeouts, most out of this group. 5-time All-Star, most out of this group. 1-time Cy, 2 ERAs, and 1 championship. Ron, he had 12 winning seasons. 12. He played in the league 14 years.
I won a lot of games.
2 times in his career, he didn't have a winning record. David Price, number 1 for me.
Round of applause. You've got it right. Yeah, Brett Cecil just didn't cut it. That's what happens when you get to be a clean up the mess kind of reliever. You just stop in the bleeding. But he didn't do that very well. But he did make an all-star game.
One,
you know,
got it. Bang.
Because teams have to send somebody, anybody,
somebody help me.
Number 5, of course, Jordan Zimmerman, who did have 4 career shutouts and 8 complete games. It's not all bad.
No.
Mostly all bad, but not all bad. And Jake Arrieta, was my number 4, 5 shutouts, 6 complete games. He had good numbers, but he was clearly not as good as the other 3.
Yeah.
I did put Madison Bumgarner at number 3 because of that record. I'm guessing that he lost a lot of 2-1 or 3-2 games. I'm just guessing. Because his win-loss is only, 10 over 500.
Mm-hmm.
That's
not good.
Yeah, not good at all. But, his ERA is really good, 3.47. That's pretty good. 7 career shutouts, 16 complete games, 3-time champion. San Francisco was winning every other year.
Mm-hmm. They were.
He did get a World Series MVP and a National League Championship Series MVP.
Mm-hmm.
So he did it when he needed to do it, but he needed to win more. So I went Corey Kluber, who needed to win more, but he didn't lose, very many. Only 77 losses with his 116 wins. Would have been nice if he would have played longer, played more.
Yeah.
Second best ERA amongst the group. He had, 8 shutouts and 18 complete games. And I know you're like, well, that's not that great. It's
nowadays 18.
The best on this list And let me tell you, that's probably better than most pitchers now. You're lucky if you get a complete game now. Two-time Cy Young Award winner was really good. I couldn't not put him at number 2.
Yeah.
But his numbers really didn't match David Price, who had 157 wins, 41 more, and 23 more than Bumgarner.
Mm-hmm.
And he only lost 82 games. So when you look at the amount of games played, I mean, 400 for David Price, 271 for Kluber, and he only had 5 more losses.
Yeah, it's crazy, right? Yeah, that's good stuff.
5 more in 129 more games. That's fantastic.
That's a great stat.
He wasn't losing games. He didn't lose games. Usually it would be his team that would lose the game because they can't score for him if he did lose. He had the most strikeouts, like you said, the best ERA, the most games played, the most second most innings pitched, a Cy Young Award, the 5 All-Stars, a World Series. So he is a champion.
Yep.
And 2 ERA titles. That's one more than the rest of this list.
Yeah. Yeah, true. There's only one other guy.
He was a great pitcher.
He was.
And I don't think, when he was in Boston, I don't think Boston fans appreciated him like they should have. Because he was consistent.
Probably would have stayed.
Consistently good.
Yeah, probably would have stayed. All right, Ron. Before we move on to our predictions, let's bring up those Hall of Fame. Congratulations, Jack Nicklaus and Randy Johnson, both inducted into the Sports Unfolded Hall of Fame. They are our newest members, but now it is time to let's vote for some new inductees, and we're starting off with boxing. Scan the QR code if you're watching live right now. We have Oscar De La Hoya, Shane Mosley.
Wait, I gotta break some bad news to you.
Uh-oh. Is he coming back?
Shane Mosley is got a fight scheduled. I just saw the ad for it yesterday.
Must be coming back. I looked. He retired.
He's back.
Come on. Shane Mosley. Back.
I don't know how old this guy is. I feel like he's been fighting, for 40, 50 years.
It says Mosley officially retired in 2017.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Russ no longer. Mosley comes out of retirement.
Yep.
Oh, no. That was last year. Yeah, I don't think he's fighting.
I think I just saw the commercial for it. He's got another fight coming.
I don't know. It's not.
He wants a payday.
You sure?
I saw the ad for it.
Yeah, I don't know what you saw, buddy. They're still saying he's retired.
Yeah, well, I think they're wrong.
All right. Oh, Mosley eyes come. No, that's 2024. Yeah, I don't know. Whatever. Shane Mosley, Bernard, where are we at? Roy Jones Jr., Bernard Hopkins, or Marco Antonio Barrera. Only doing it for the money. I don't know if I don't know. I didn't see it. So cast your vote right there. QR code. I can tell you right now that I believe we currently, Oscar De La Hoya leading the voting, and it's not even close. So,
I want to vote for Marco Antonio Barrera.
I like just
just the way you say it.
Marco Antonio Barrera. All right.
And I don't want Oscar De La Hoya to win, so I'm going to vote for him.
Oh, Manny's a UFC. I'm not a UFC guy.
I remember to have my phone with me when we do the show.
Marco, Mab. Yeah,
Mab.
Marco Antonio Barrera. All right. And for the NBA, this is a tough one. Vince Carter, Ray Allen, Tracy McGrady, Paul Pierce, or Allen Iverson. One of these gentlemen will be in the Sports Unfolded Hall of Fame next month. Scan that QR code. That is right now, let's see who's leading in that. Currently, Allen Iverson currently leading. Ray Allen still at 0, though. Ray Allen did not receive a vote.
He won a championship for LeBron, so
Oh, is that what happened?
that
Tracy
shot.
McGrady. Cast your
nugget.
vote, Hugo. Cast your vote. Tracy McGrady. All right. That will help us. Remember, Sports Unfolded Hall of Fame voted on by the fans. So there's no political agendas here with Sports Unfolded. We let the fans make the decision for us. So phone is dead. He is struggling typing today. I don't know what's going on over there, but he's got some moonshine or something going on. All right. Ron, it is prediction time. And we've got some folks on tonight. See how you guys did last week. I was the leader with Hugo last week, 5-3. Nice job, Hugo. Ron, you were 4-4. Danny 4-4. Manny, I just noticed that was 3-5. They messed up somewhere. All right. That is funny. Yeah, but Manny was 3-5 last week.
So what was he this week?
He was.
It looks like he was 3-5 this week too.
He was 61 and 46. For some reason, they put the old stat in there as well.
Okay.
All right.
Who's they?
Their little AI, but. All right.
Oh, you make it with AI?
Yeah, I do now. All right. So with that, it is time for us to pick. I predict good. Yes, you do, buddy. All right, we're going to start off in the NBA.
Fine predictions.
Tonight, you've got the San Antonio Spurs at the Minnesota Timberwolves. This is game 3 of the series, tied 1-1. I'm going with the Spurs here, Ron. I think the Spurs go into Minnesota, especially with the limited minutes for Anthony Edwards, and take care of business.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, San Antonio's better.
Hugo's going with San Antonio. You're going with San Antonio. If Manny's still on, love to know who you're picking. Spurs at Timberwolves. Eric taking a peek. He's used AI. Yeah. Pay cut.
Yeah. Used AI. Yeah.
He's going for Timberwolf.
Just one.
Just the one wolf.
Just the one wolf.
You don't need more than one sometimes.
It's going to be Randall. That's what he's banking on winning.
Randall. The one wolf. The lone wolf. All right. Tomorrow night, you've got the Detroit Pistons at the Cleveland Cavaliers. Ron, game 3. Who are you taking?
I'm going Detroit. Someone is crumbling.
Who's that someone? Who would that be? Hugo going with Cleveland.
Know.
You know something we know. I'm going to go Pistons as well. I think, James Harden is playoff James again. So it could be interesting. So I'm going Detroit here. We agree. Manny's going Pistons as well.
Pistons.
Also on tomorrow night's agenda is the Oklahoma City Thunder at the Los Angeles Lakers. I was hoping Danny was here for this one. I'm going OKC here, Ron. I think this series is going to be a sweep.
Yeah, I'm picking OKC as well.
Hugo's going OKC. You got to give it to LeBron, though. The fact that he got the Lakers to the second round.
I am giving it to him. He's playing well.
41 years old, man.
So much.
That's a lot
He's
of mileage.
impressed me.
22 years. You think about it, right? Came in at 19, 18, 19, 23 years. To be doing it still. Trying to talk Manny into picking the Lakers. No, not even close. He's got the broom out. Manny's got the broom out. It's a sweep. All right, let's talk some hockey, Ron. Tonight, you got the Vegas Golden Knights at the Anaheim Ducks. Who are you taking?
Is it me?
Yes.
I'm taking Anaheim tonight, Eric.
Okay.
Home ice. I think the fans are going to be excited, and I think the Ducks are going to show up.
Ducks all the way, baby. That's Hugo. I am also going with the Ducks here. I agree with you. I think at home, they're excited. Vegas has been one of those teams too all year. Like every time you think, oh, Manny's going Knights. Quack, quack, quack. A quack, quack, quasi. Quaxi.
Sometimes these guys quack me up.
Oh, I can't. Manny's going Vegas. All right. Tomorrow night, Ron, Colorado Avalanche at the Minnesota Wild, Game 3. Who's up? 1, 2, 3.
I'm going to go Colorado. Colorado.
Right. I think Minnesota makes this a series. I'm going Wild here. Hugo going Wild. I think they at least get one. And this will be the one.
It's not going to be tonight. If Erickson is not in tonight, they're not winning tonight.
Tomorrow night.
Tomorrow.
Yeah. Right.
So
Hugo's going Wild. Hugo's literally going wild tonight. He's been a little all over the place. All right. Manny looking for a mountain or something to Avalanche. It's going to be it's still a good series. It
is.
Colorado. Colorado. I can't, Manny. All right, Manny. You got your Wild Gate in 30 minutes. It's on Game Pass. All right. On the 10th, Ron, you got the Buffalo Sabres at the Montreal Canadiens. I'm going Buffalo here. I think Buffalo takes care of business and defense travels.
I am also going Buffalo. Buffalo is a very good road team. Very good. They were second in the league in road games this year.
Roadhouse. Buffalo. Here you go. Roadhouse. All right. I like the way these guys try to make us think. Like Buffalo. We've been on this now for 1 hour and 37 minutes. I prefer you don't make me think. Let's just give me a name. Yeah. New York. Buffalo.
What?
So he's going Buffalo because it's New York.
Okay.
See what I'm saying? They're making us think. All right. May 8th. Ron, baseball action. You got the Atlanta Braves at the Los Angeles Dodgers. 3-game series. Who wins it? Last week, believe it or not, game got postponed, so we couldn't even get the baseball. Nobody got baseball.
Oh, okay. I'm going to go the LA Dodgers, Eric. I'm going to put it, I'm stretching this one out.
Braves are one of the best teams in the league. I'm just saying. I think.
You know what? It's at LA, though.
It is.
So, look, I'm a huge Atlanta fan.
I'm just saying, though, because they have 3 more wins than the Dodgers and 2 less losses. So it's not like the Braves are not a good team.
No, I'm not saying that. I think Atlanta's going to win that division, maybe.
You go. L.A.
L.I.
Oh,
L.I.
Oh, boy. I can't with you guys. I can't wait for what Manny comes on. You guys.
So Eric, I chose the Dodgers for this one. I'm sorry, Atlanta. I do love the Braves.
They're playing very well. Yeah, I went Dodgers here because of the home.
land of the free and the home of the Braves. Home of the Braves.
I'm going to give you that one, but I think Manny fell asleep. All right. We're going to move on.
Trying to figure out what he can do for the Dodgers.
No, stop dodging the question. Yeah, Hugo. He's dodging it. All right. Los Angeles. Manny. All right. Clean sweep on that one. All right. WNBA season tips off tonight. Got the Washington Mystic at brand new to the league. Toronto Tempo. I'm going Tempo here. First game at home. Let's go. Let's pick it up, man. Pick up the tempo.
I also picked the tempo.
Come on, tempo. So far, one different. Only one different.
Wow, that's impressive.
Toronto tempo. Give me that beat. The tempo. Got it, Hugo. He wants the tempo. Give me that beat. Oh, wrong. I put you in the wrong spot there, buddy.
As long as your heart doesn't skip the beat.
Oh. Templess. I'm gonna believe that.
Does that mean he's not going with tempo?
I don't know. I think he is. We're going with tempo. Manny. All right, tomorrow, Manny. This one's for you, my friend. MLS action. Got the Vancouver Whitecaps Football Club at the San Jose Earthquakes.
Oh, the Earthquakes. I'm going Vancouver though.
Ooh. I feel like Whitecaps are shaking in their boots because they feel that earthquake. I'm going San Jose here.
Do you know the way?
Quakers. You go, Quakers.
To San Jose? Pasa aquí.
Manny's our key, though. He's our soccer guy. So if he picks whatever team, you feel pretty good.
Manny, speaking of which, I'm doing a show Tuesday with David Bortz. So soccer show returns on Tuesday.
Man, I'm
at 5 p.m.
Oh, I'm working.
So if you want to join us.
Manny's going Vancouver. Now I'm worried. All right. Now I'm worried. All right. And to end it off, we're going with Deportes. Yeah, we're going to Deportes. All right, Ron. Believe it or not, we had somebody finish in the top 5, and we got it right again. Hugo last week. The man delivered.
He's got 2.
He's delivered it. Finished second. You almost got 2 points, Hugo. Almost. He finished second, though. So we are going bowling at the Glen Watkins. Need a top 5 driver. Ron, I'm stealing one from you on this one, buddy.
No, you're not.
I am.
You're not. I'm going with Van Gisbergen.
That's who I'm going with, baby. The man, the myth,
Take the other guy.
The road course legend, Shane Van Ginsenbergen. What's that?
Gisbergen. Come on, you gotta at least pronounce his name
what
right.
Was that? No, I was doing the Muppets guy. Come here, Bergen. Who was the chef? What was the guy that was the chef? Anyway, not Beaker. 2 weeks in a row, I'm picking whoever Hugo picks. All right, Manny. Let's see. Who you going with? Where are you going with, Hugo? The chef guy in the Muppets.
Sure.
He's going Kale.
He's going Kyle Busch, really? Or Kale Larson?
You going Kale Larson? Kale Larson?
Or Kale Busch?
Right, I'm writing down Larson. He's going Larson. So you going Manny going Larson. And we're going with the same dude. All right.
Van Gisbergen. Oh, we're going to get 2 points this week.
All right, my friend. It is final thoughts time. And our final thoughts don't necessarily have to be about anything sports related. It could be about anything happening in the world today. I am first, Ron. So I will give you my 2 final thoughts.
1.
This is I do this because you do 5 normally of honorable mentions. So I will do 2 to 3 final thoughts every week. But I first and foremost want to say I am a little disgusted with the NCAA and the fact that now they are adding 76 teams. 76, Ron. Why don't we just let everybody in? Why don't we just give everybody a participation trophy to say thank you for making it to the tournament? It is getting out of control. And this isn't to benefit small market teams or small market schools.
No.
This is to benefit those schools that just barely didn't get in. So you're going to get 500 teams because they're from a big conference get into the tournament now because we've got to add 12 more teams to make.
You know what this is going to do, Eric? Because this was one of my two.
Okay. Oh, you got two. Maybe I'll have the second one too. That'd be awesome.
I got a feeling you're going to. It's going to destroy the NIT.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Because now you're taking some of those teams. Yeah, that's a great
Yeah.
call. Yeah, I'm disgusted. What are we doing? 64 was just right. 68.
It's greed. It's all about money.
Oh, big time.
It's greed.
Greed. Yep, absolutely. All right, and my second final thought, Ron. Let's go NFL. Getting the deal done with the refs. 7-year deal. We are not getting replacement refs for the 2026 season. You know what it was, Ron? They watched Sports Unfolded. They saw what we were saying, and they said, absolutely not. We need to make this deal.
There was something else, too, that I saw that we had mentioned, and I don't remember what it was, but it was another story, too.
We are creating change in all these sports. So NFL, thank you for listening to the Sports Unfolded crew and understanding that we didn't want replacement refs and you made the deal happen. So great job to the NFL. Those are my final thoughts.
Yeah, those were my final thoughts too. But
yes,
I will go one further and I will say Happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there. And to my mom, rest in peace. Rest in peace, Mom. Kenny's mom also, rest in peace. And just try to have a great day. Be safe out there and take care of your mom because you don't know how long you're going to be able to do anything with mom. So always take care of your mother.
Well said, Ron. Well said. Happy Mother's Day to my mom. Happy Mother's Day to my wife, my daughters as well. Happy Mother's Day to you all. Everybody out there, you said it perfectly, Ron. Don't take these opportunities for granted because you just never know. So well said, my friend. Let us end with this. We want to thank all of those that joined us live tonight. Hugo, Manny, Kurt, you guys were amazing tonight. Thank you for the support. If you are listening, watching, at a later time, check out our websites, check out our social media pages, like, share, follow, and join us Friday night at 6 p.m. We'd love to have you join us and talk some sports with us each and every week. So with that, Ron, I want to thank you for tonight. You've been amazing. I also want to say, you know what we're going to need? Finally, some peace on earth.
Have a great night, everybody.